Okay, 4 goals for today. Firstly, let's sort this out right now. Getting rid of Rook's Gambit. I've been thinking about this overnight, and honestly, I don't play like this. I just don't. This is a very reactive way of playing. You have to wait for an enemy to attack, and then use that, and that's good for boss battles and all, but for for most mook battles, honestly, I don't use it, and I don't see the value in holding on to it. So let me switch back to Lightning Rod, which is surprisingly cheap. And I'm going to plug that into there. I'm going to hang on to Garuda for now, simply for the takedown at half stagger. That's quite useful. And yeah, that will synergize with that, and you know what? Maybe even that. If I can get that close enough to a staggered enemy, along with the Lightning Rod, maybe that will trigger it as well. Alright, one down. Second and third things is that I want to look at these two side quests. We have one over here, no idea what it's about, and one over here, no idea what it's about. So let's just go straight in and take a look. Someone inside the inn. Martha, what can I do for you today?
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all.
Space.
But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
Unless you're asking me to murder the Guardians of the Flame to, reduce the numbers, I don't see how I can help. We're great at murdering things, but I don't know that we're great at building things.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Eastpool?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It's only been massacred twice.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic.
I can definitely help with this.
Now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
I sound weird, it's because I'm coughing my lungs up in the background. I think this is a terrible idea, personally. I mean, the place has been sacked twice.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
What are they thinking? Third time lucky? Or maybe the third sacking won't be as bad as the other two? Gen P, how you doing? Thank you for hanging out as always.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last
Well, that's
count.
that all.
And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic.
That's okay then.
A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
So we've got 12 dudes to take out, roughly, and a whole bunch of Akashic, which will no doubt interrupt us while we're doing that. Gen P, yeah, I'm doing alright. Just coughing a lot, as I always do, but I'm doing alright. So I don't think there's any need to walk. We can just teleport there. Head inside and take out these brigands. Evict the bandits. I mean, that's one good way of saying murder them all.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
I'm the rightful owner of this place.
We'll leave this place or face the consequences.
That was a huge ass heal. So who's healing them? Okay, I see it. This is one I've got targeted at the moment. I cannot get these Mega Flare dodges off. Alright, let's get to work.
That's the end of that then.
That is definitely on my to-do list, Gen P. I've just been
Or
lazy.
maybe not.
2 scoops?
Doing here.
What the hell is that?
Those two.
I mean, I know it's a flan, but why is it here? Oh, didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. Alright, let's test this out. Oh, he's just out of range. Bummer. Alright, impulse, ignition, and then we'll flare him. So maybe I can do this. No, it doesn't help because he's out of range. Alright, you're not surviving that. Alright, we have evicted the brigands. And a flan that turned up for no good reason.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Look behind you, there's a bunch of Akashic.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately.
Can they defend themselves,
Leave it
though?
with me, my lord.
I'll do the rest later. Once I've got the list up.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashic in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place.
Ooh, I've
The
got to talk about that in a
masonry
sec.
might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
This is too good to be true. The place is going to get sacked
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
any year now. They're going to come back and try to sack it again. So this is the second game I've played, the other one being Hades, where the word blackguard has been pronounced blackguard. Maybe that is genuinely how you pronounce that word. Or, I don't know, maybe the localization team looked at Hades. What did I teleport there? Looked at Hades and said, yep, that's how you pronounce that word. Sorry everyone, my throat is playing up tonight. Yeah, there's no way Eastpool is going to live happily ever after. Not with the blights just at its doorstep like that.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up?
2 scoops.
On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines.
I don't think he said that at all, man.
Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
You're right, I didn't have to help, but I wanted to get these side quests done just in case they disappear and I miss something great. Alright, I think I have enough renown for the next reward, which was a necklace of priming, I think. We'll go back to the hideaway and grab that, and then we'll head to Dhalmekia and do that other side quest that popped up.
Were it not for the Undying's aid, I would be long dead. Grant them your trust.
and they will repay you with their loyalty.
Look at that, Torgal's looking at me. What a good boy.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Ah,
Best of luck out there, Sid.
come on. Also, is there anything I'm missing here? Yes, where was this? The Man in Black. Lost Wing, Sandbreak. Yep, let's deal with that one. I completely forgot about that one. Let's go to Lost Wing, take out this mark. And I believe we're going to teleport into the middle of an ether flood. Like so. Right, so where would this person have made their residence? Along there, perhaps? I do want to check out the pub just to make sure he hasn't occupied this place. No, wait, if it's a Man in Black, I assume it's a human, so they would not be hanging out inside the flood like this. We definitely went down that path a long time ago, but I don't remember how to get there. Maybe the main bridge and then off to the right. So a path straight ahead. Not that I could see. Okay, it's a cellar passage. We've got to go downstairs into the cellar. Bloody hell. And the best part is, the mark probably isn't there. Alright, this way perhaps? Yeah, that looks promising. It's so dark and so blue. And it's a long, salty run back if we die. Are you here, sir? That looks like a cannon or some sort of luggage, perhaps? I'm hoping it's luggage. No, that's a cannon. Holy trumpeter. It's a mortar, not a cannon. Alright, let's see if we can get some dodges in. It's invoking Rufus Shinra with those dodges. Alright. Barely see anything. Whoa. Okay, I'm getting fucked up. Almost ready to test out the lightning rod. Let's go. So place that nice and close. Get that. Get the Cyclone. Find it. And the Giga Flare. Yeah, that's much better. I was a bit slow with the combination there, but that's going to do loads more damage. This is probably not the wisest way to fight because I'm getting effed up. I didn't even notice that he got to half stagger at some point during that. Oh, I'm not surviving that. That was a mess, but honestly, I don't mind. More Scarletite, which we absolutely do not need.
Your work here is done. What a fine hound.
You're a good boy, but I wish you'd Devil Trigger a little bit more often. That is a chunky mortar. Why can't we have one of those? Nothing else lurking around here? No. Alright, let's go back to the hideaway right quick, grab that medallion, and then head to Dhalmekia.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so.
Talisman of Priming. Enclosed, you will find an item of high and strange order, one for which I require neither thanks nor recompense. Consider it a reminder of where loyalties are best placed. The Chapman. No idea who you are.
All yours. All done?
1550 before we see anything else. Lionheart Tonic Duration. I don't even remember what that does. I'll have to go to a vendor to look at that, and I don't want to go to a vendor to look right now. Alright, well, let's go to Dhalmekia, which is... It was a city on the far side here. Well, we had about 4 different side quests here that popped up. The Crimson Caravans, trading places. Let's take a look. Eloise or someone else?
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Then we'll have to find it, and fast. We cannot let this chance pass us by.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them.
Again?
So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
I imagine we've passed through there, but I haven't found that place.
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Transportation?
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all.
Never mind.
Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
I thought we were going to get teleported there.
We'll find a village in Chairdress Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Oh, is it this village that we haven't been able to access on the map? No, I thought that started with a D or something. It's not. I can't pronounce that, so I won't. Where was... Oh, it's the abandoned fishing village. Yeah, canyons. I thought we were talking about somewhere in here. Cross-Street Echoes. Cashlock is somewhere here. But it's now called Abandoned Fishing Village. Okay, how do we get there? I would have to either go down here, all the way over here, then hang a left here, because that gate looks like it's now open. Or I could just teleport here and go right.
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans. And by the look of you, I'd say you were the help they told me was on its way. Cashlock's just down there, if you'd be so kind.
You call it whatever you like, I'll call it an abandoned fishing village.
This must have been a nice place once.
Will be again.
Damn, Joshua. Yeah, the enemies just don't want to target me because there's so many people in the party. Can I get one more dodge? No, I can't. Always screw up the third dodge. Always. Alright, fine. Ignition is ridiculous. It really is. that is best save for staggers and not much else, honestly.
You lose.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklad.
That was it. I thought we'd have to clear out multiple groups. Alright, so there's absolutely no way I'm leaving this time without looking around the place for a bit first. So let's look around. That is going to take us back to this area here where we fought the Hellaroo. And that ended very poorly. I want to check out this area here before I go. And I initially came down here, so there's no need to go that way. But I definitely want to check out the rest of the, I'll call it the Jesse. No chests. Just a bunch of blue sparkles. This almost looks like an area where you could find a mark, perhaps. Might be a little bit too small, so maybe some traders and things are going to move in here later on and we can interact with them later. There we go, found a chest. Anything nice? Of course not. Alright, let's go back to Boklad and turn this in.
Well met. Farewell.
Not you. Although,
What are you looking for?
now that I'm here, what is the Lionheart tonic? Limit break stuff? Find them eventually. 33 seconds. I don't remember why it's 33 instead of 30 now.
Hey, Gilbert.
Hang on, did I actually equip that thing? No, I definitely didn't equip it. Yeah, that would increase it to 63 seconds, which is actually pretty hefty. That's doubling it.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Do you need me to renegotiate terms? I have a very sharp sword.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
Trouble in paradise. What did T stand for? Talents. One talent is 10,000 gil, isn't it? I think that's the calculation. So hang on. 1 million gil for a consultation. I mean, I see the word consultation and I think, yeah, okay, that's basically me going to the doctors or something. 1 million gil for a doctor's visit. Yeah, nah.
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Send me a stolus. I will reply. Or just put an exclamation points on the map and I'll come check it out as soon as I can. How about that? Again, nothing cool.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Does she not trust Theodore to be able to run the Crimson Caravans by himself, perhaps? Not my business. But you know what my business is? Doing this quest at long last. It's been a long time, but we can finally go to the free cities of Canva. From humble beginnings did a handful of villagers join to form a staunch alliance that now controls much of the realm's mercantile trade. Let's do this. This place has seen better days.
Sounds like thunder.
Hello, Gav. Lovely passphrase, whatever.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you.
Mid's here as well.
Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
eh?
Is that what Joshua normally does, or is there some significance to that?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you.
See, that seems more appropriate for the people involved.
We'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
Who else?
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
We're going to take the survivors on the airship out of here to the hideaway.
Doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Do we really have the space for him?
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
It's just me and my doggo. And you know what? That's the best possible scenario.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
If it's not Ultima controlling the Akashic, it must be someone from Waloed. Either the king's attendants or the king himself.
They don't stand a chance against those things.
Oh, awesome.
They've been routed.
We have orcs. Jesus Christ, come on, dude. No, not like that. There's hardly any points of doing that when I can just murder them like this. Ah, see, there's a circle around. You can see a blue circle ahead of us here. That is where the Mega Flare is taking effect. Kinda cool. Damn, dude. You just came out of nowhere. Holy shit. Alright. let's get to work. Alright, let's see what we can do. That's a terrible start. Yeah, I'm just not getting timing right. I think it's solid, but I just suck at the timing. Walud. So what? The king turned up here on the Enhir with a bunch of his troops, and they've all been taken over by the Akashic, or the Aetherbloods. And they brought some orcs along with them, just for good measure. Fellas, any day now. Jesus fuck. Oh, come on, I dodged that. It's so much harder to dodge here because of the wings. It looks like it should be easy, but it's just harder to get a bead on. It's just harder to see. Alright, let's fire that, use an ignition, and then wonder why I did that. Alright, fine. Dude.
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
Maybe the Royal Army were the real monsters all along, Clive. You just didn't realise it. It's alright now. At least the doggo's got no qualm about killing his friends. Completely missed that one. There we go. I knew there was a trophy for it, and I thought I hadn't popped it. Oh, he popped out of that half grab very quickly. Right, my wisps aren't up, so let's just see what this does. Decent. Very decent. Alright, I assume we're going that way. Yeah, I'm not sure why that wasn't popping for some of the other dodges that I was doing, because I'm pretty sure I did manage to get 3 in a row a couple of times, but maybe it's because I was already fully charged at level 4 at that time. Alright, screw the Mega Flare. Yeah, I question whether I need Mega Flare. Ignition is just murdering everything, and it's not even funny. It's nice to have as a support, but it takes so long to build unless I'm actively dodging. If I don't want Mega Flare, then I would either need to replace it with Ramuh's Blind Justice or Titan's Titanic Block. I think I'll stick with the Mega Flare for now. But I'm not convinced it's useful.
Big. Joshua and Jill must be busy. Time to fight.
Can we get through that hole in the wall? We're not done. Hello, big boy. Totally dodged backwards there, but it's fine. You can see there's like a blue circle on the ground. It's a fair distance away from me, but that's where the Mega Flare is taking effect. Oh no, you don't. Very nice.
Where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
There aren't. We saw the cutscene. Yeah, Lightning Rod is the way to go here. That is increasing my DPS significantly. By about 20% or 25%. Alright, I thought I might be able to get over there, but that is an invisible wall. Again, not sold on Flare Breath at all.
Where are
think you know the answer to that, Clive. Alright, what are we up against? Oh. No, not four.
Where is your master? What does he want?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here while I wait for someone to attack me. Ah, so bad at this. Right. By that time, I think Ignition recovered twice.
You've caused quite the commotion.
Oh shit.
But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Where did we meet him previously?
You were in my family's crypt.
Okay, there we go.
And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield. They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
They're the Zerg.
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled.
Yeah, you know shit's getting real when he puts his armor on.
I am Sleipnir of House Harvard. And you will yield.
Sleipnir, I don't remember that name.
As long as you don't hold back.
Oh, come on. It's on me for screwing up, but come on. Yeah, it's just hard to see things with these wings out. I swear I'm not using that as an excuse. It legit is actually blocking my vision. I suppose this is where having Gambit Council would be great, but I've swapped it in favour of just doing more DPS on the stagger with Lightning Rod. Let's pull you down. Some DPS.
Nice try. Too slow. Nice
about to go down. Decent. Can't complain too loudly about that.
Trick.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir.
Spear.
Watch closely, Mythos.
Just let me switch back to Mega Flare, please. Ah! Oh, he's delaying it ever so slightly. There's an ever so slight delay on it. Okay, Doggo is double triggered. Oh, for fuck's sake! I just can't read these attacks. Okay, not falling for it a third time. Alright, let's see what we can do. Pushing buttons. Yeah, I think I'll just let this play out. Not that. Didn't mean to do that.
Actually, I wouldn't. Let's try.
Just dodging randomly. Ah. Get the fuck over here. Okay, he's recovering. We're at a Tosca. We got a ball now. That's fine. And he's very close to a stagger. I do not have lightning rod up. That's going to come up after impulse, maybe. Okay, let's do that. And Giga Flare him. I don't think this will be close, but it's fine. It's just putting a slight delay on those attacks, which is really messing up my timing of the dodges. This is also why I don't have Titan out. Like that. Ah, come on. That I can work with, though. Alright, I'm gonna hang on to the limit break for now. Oh, he's doing this ultimate attack again. Where'd he go? Ah! Fuck. Completely fucking up these dodges. through it. Where's Garuda? Too late. I'm actually in danger here. I need to heal. No choice. It's either that or I semi-prime. Again? There we go. Bit of a mess, but I'm okay with that. Oh, we got a level up. Sanguine Insignia. Take up the mantle of the Lord Commander of the Knights of the Royal Waloed Army upon Cid Telemont's untimely... Oh! Cid was the Lord Commander of Waloed. Interesting. He served King Barnabas for the better part of a decade. Does that add up? I don't know how soon after or before Cid found us that he resigned from Waloed, because, yeah, the prologue happened, then 13 years later happened, then we were found by Cid, we did a bunch of stuff, and then 5 years later happened. So better part of a decade probably makes sense. Maybe 6-7 years or so, not sure. There are no records of a house harboured ever existing in either Veldemark or on the southern continent. Begging the question, whence exactly did he hail?
The vessel is strong.
What you're expecting?
My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could.
Do you know who this person is, Joshua?
I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Ether. Now, did he cause that, or is that Odin? I don't think he had any influence on that.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
This
Get
music.
back.
He's fighting like Sephiroth at the end of Remake. But he could totally kill us in one stroke if he wanted to.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Hand to hand. Never mind.
Try it.
He kicked us in semi-prime. Holy shit.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
At least he's not totally cut in half.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
What's she doing? Sacrificing herself?
Power beyond reckoning. And they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
She should survive that, given that Clive just survived his, and he was only semi-primed. Alright, there are definitely some survivors in these cities.
Will he be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece.
The airship.
Alright?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
That sounds pretty serious. Just saying. So, we're missing someone.
Me, your lordship.
Can we address that fact? Where is the person who's missing?
I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gill into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
Figuratively and
Risked your
literally.
life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You lot mad or something?
No, we just need your airship.
Wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
That's up to Barnabas.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Einherjar wouldn't sail without him.
Where's my waifu?
Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
That can mean a lot of things, though.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king.
Yep.
I'm sure of it.
Captured.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Are you doubting Joshua's healing abilities, Uncle? Alright, so we're just going to walk all the way back from Canver to the hideaway now. In our condition. And meanwhile, Jill is on the Black Galleon, the Einherjar, or however it's pronounced, heading to Wylud. A Song of Hope.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
That title makes me think of A Song of Ice and Fire for whatever reason, and the hope that maybe the next book will ever come out. Let's have a chat to Blackthorn to start with, because I want to see if we can craft something with those sanguine items.
Trouble with your gear, or Sangfordian, do you?
Runeblade. And it's better than what we're using. I think we're currently using Brightburn or something just above that. And that's the sword that we leveled up using all of the dominance, but Runeblade is better at the moment. And if I should be looking at reinforced, shouldn't I? Okay, so Runeblade, when reinforced, is significantly better. Rune Belt is not. Right, I won't waste my time crafting that then. What about the arm brace or whatever it is? Yeah, let's craft the arm brace and the sword. The crescents.
Should last you a good while.
And I know I can purchase them, but honestly I'd much rather save some gil.
If I do say so myself.
Alright, reinforce those.
Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. That it? Fine.
That would do for the next handful of missions. Karen, what's new?
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air.
You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins.
Capitalism,
But
ho.
then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find herself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
Aye, aye. Speaking of, can we talk about the time you gouged out that person's eye? I'm still very disturbed by that.
Clive.
Let's ask you about Goods.
That great lump.
An honest fool.
No.
Oh, that's a long sentence. I'm certain the blacksmith can hear you from here, so you probably shouldn't be calling him a blowhard. Just saying.
Coin purse weighing you down.
Okay, your new item must have just been the rune blade and the rune belts and the rune crescents. There's nothing new there, and I don't think there's anything new there. No.
Finished, are you?
Let me just check my quarters, because I wasn't sure if there was something new here or not. I don't believe there is. Otherwise, that would have a yellow thing above it. Yeah, that's Quentin. Alright, let's have a look at the hunt board and have a chat to Otto. I don't believe we have
knowledge you seek.
anywhere near enough renown to unlock the thing that Patrons Whisper. I think we need a 1550 or something. And I can't actually tell from here how much we've got. Curious.
Cole said it was an army of a cash.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cat?
What's new, Nectar? A red chocobo. Dread Comet. The bird is far past taming. It must needs be put down. That's a terrible sentence at the end there. It must needs be put down. That'll be like something I wrote. That is in the sickle.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
Just one of them.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more Personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Alright, let's do a hopefully short fetch quest here. And then maybe we'll be able to take out that mark.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it.
Did she understand it though?
Looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Continue searching the dungeon.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I love the way it calls this place a dungeon.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's.
Is it a piggy bank? You have to smash it open to get into the plans inside?
What's this tucked inside it?
Midadol, I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, Daughter Dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. I'm going to have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck, Sid. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, Daughter Dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. Dearest and first, no, that's terrible. Choosing its place of rest makes me think a bedroom, but I think Mid will be able to shed some light on that.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otter might know.
I don't suppose it was a goblet made of clay, was it? Something that hasn't been washed in the last 18 years?
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty with the hills?
Cole said it was an
I needed about 5 seconds running towards this objective to realise what it's talking about. Yeah, it's talking about the jukebox. Alright kids, I'm going to need you to step away from that thing.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
We can't animate that.
See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just looks like a piece of junk, but no doubt it's a crucial component to the airship. Yeah, we need 1550 renown, I think, to unlock the next set of rewards, so we're not getting that yet.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Oof.
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Wait, what?
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
That's code for...
Then at least try to stay safe.
Oh, give me some time to think of a good answer, Taya.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Dion left. I'm surprised the hideaway's not more secure.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Not before we do that side quest that just popped up. No, we've got two side quests that just popped up. Damn it. Dion left. That's... No, we've got three side quests that popped up. Jesus Christ. Please, sir, can I have some marble? Is that a reference to something? Blacksmith Blues 3, yep, and Tears of Mercy. Two of them have got plus signs on there, so I suspect they're going to give good rewards. Dion left. That is worrying. What is he up to? And we took the power of Bahamut from him, the essence of Bahamut. Can he still actually summon Bahamut, though? Given what happened with Benedicta, I'm assuming the answer is yes.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that.
That was a while ago.
Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
We'll go and speak to him, but we need to have a talk afterwards about the phrase quiet as a curl. Because whenever I see curls, they're throwing freaking lightning bolts at me.
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
She can't keep this up much longer. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
She can't convince us to rest, so we've got no chance.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone.
It looks like he's
It won't be
calcifying.
much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work.
Yeah.
If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass.
Lost Wing.
Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
The Hippocratic Oath clearly is not a thing in this universe. Touchy subject. That's very old, I think. The next time he comes to me for treatment, I'm tying him to the bed. I'll make no comments on that. That can be very good or very bad, just so.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Miss Shirley.
Lazarus is near the Rosarian Gate, and Amber is at the cliffs.
Sid, heard you were in Canberra fetching your men.
Sounds like the only place that's actually survived in the Rosaria area is both Martha's Rest and Eastpool. Everywhere else is gone.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
It involves a marble?
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
I was worried about that. I was worried we'd have to look at the hunt board again. And hell, we might have to after we have a chat to Blackthorn. So we need to go back to Lost Wing to go to Lorbit's Pass. We need to go somewhere in Rosaria to find an extraordinary Morble. Why did they change it from Marlborough to Morble? Morble rolls off the tongue a bit better, but still. And Blackthorn, what can I do for you?
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again.
What's upset you about that ring?
Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
Who's Zoltan?
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Damn, dude, calm down.
Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Dhalmekia?
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell.
Mm-hmm.
Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Karava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah?
We're finally getting inside that town.
Don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Yeah, I've noticed a pattern here. If we get 3 quests like this, we need to go to Rosaria for one of them, to San Barek for a second, and Dhalmekia for a third. I've got to have a look at the hunt board. I think I'll start at Dhalmekia. Is it Dhalmekia? I think so. I've got now it's pronounced. Just to take out the mark at the sickle, and I can also do the Dravozd quest at the same time, and then we'll look at the others. Hopefully I remember where this marble is. Carrots of... I'm confused. I did read in the, with tomes that Joshua definitely doesn't like carrots. I'm not coming back for you just yet. Where is this thing? The Whispering Waters. If you should come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of 3 reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is, in truth, another root vegetable entirely. An exotic species of marble that uses a modified carrot-like vine. Huh. Interesting. The Whispering Waters. Let me just look at the map, because that'll give me half a chance of remembering where to find the bloody thing. Although it does say no, that 3 is... I was looking at that, I'm like, yep, okay, the 3 is above the obelisk. It's totally not. Where is it? The Whispering Waters. Okay. So I just need to teleport in at 3 reeds, and then head north. Easy. For now, let's head to Dhalmekia. We're not going to head there yet. Where's the sickle? I think it's down here somewhere. Fine. We'll teleport there, head west to the sickle, take out the mark, and then teleport back. We can actually get inside this town now.
Let's go.
I wonder if it's halfway along towards the Cassery. Because this was always a very relatively populated area. Could be directly south, but there were enemies there previously. Are there enemies there now? No, just a mark.
won't be easily broken. This one. Nice try. Over here.
Doesn't have a stagger bar. Which means lightning rod's not going to be terribly useful here. Chocobo Meteor, what the hell? Alright, how about we just do that? Fortunately, it's just out of range of the lightning there. I think I had the right idea though. Damn, he just knocked me out of my wisps. There you go. Might as well. Chocobo's casting meteors. That's crazy. Jesus. Wow. This thing is actually going to kill me.
I can't go on.
How many meteors is it going to drop? Holy shit. That was about 10. Holy crap. I just got murdered by a chocobo. That was insane at the end there. Holy fucking shit. Speaking of, right. That was crazy. That dropped about 10 meteors in a row. I'm not sure what we do about that. We can charge some shots and send him at him. I don't think that'll interrupt him at all. But that just happened. But yeah, this one doesn't have a stagger bar, so Lightning Rod is not going to do what I want it to do. What I might try doing towards the start of battle is just try and get it to work. Get near him, fire it, and then use my other abilities to trigger it. I'm not in combat game, come on. Let's do that. That. And this. Not quite getting what I want here, but it's fine. Ah, he moved. He moved. Close. Oh, yeah, there we go. Can't complain. Even that, I thought I was out of the central circle, but I took a lot of damage from that. Concerning. I see. They've all got the range thing. Jesus! I'm not going to survive this. Oh, wow. He knocked me out of the Mega Flare with that. let's do this at level 4 and then we'll do Limb Break. Took another hit. It's going oh so awfully. There we go. There we go. That should do it. Jesus! That thing was no joke. Comet Feather. Something nice. Obtained by defeating Dread Comets. Oof.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
Normally I'd say something sarcastic, but that thing fucked us up. Twice. Alright, let's take a look at this side quest. I would like to teleport there, please. Thank you.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
Thank you muchly. We can finally explore not all of this map. We've still got a region down at the bottom right. Titan Scar or whatever it's called.
So this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief.
Zoltan's the chief?
But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
Yeah, I'm reasonably good at speaking to people. I've seen that that is part of Clive's character. I've also seen that Clive is very good at murdering people. So if we need to, we can always do that as backup.
Would you like to see my wares?
Gladly.
Certainly. May we meet again.
Thank you, Ashley. The Warrens.
Sorry, but if none of you lot can smell
What's the point of mining this shit?
Yeah, I just want to confirm, not that I'm going to do it, that this leads to exactly where I think it leads. And that we can jump down. Yeah.
Watch it, stranger. There's a fort up ahead. Take a look if you want, but slip and you won't be coming back.
It's a one-way path. So that's most of this map done now, except for this little area down here, which is still locked off. Although, look at that, that's opened up now. Ooh, that's opened up now. I'll have to check that out before I go.
The sky sucked up all the ether or something.
Oh, nothing's working here. Has the sky sucked up all the ether? In a manner of speaking, yes and no. It's more like it's just not existing anymore because we took the mother crystals out.
Isn't there anything we can do to help?
Alright, let's have a look at the forge on the hill.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here, and neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Can I set fire to a house or two on my way out just to prove a point?
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps up, we'll be ruined.
Yeah, it sounds like you need a new source of fire. I mean, I can provide one temporarily, but yeah, how are we going to get through to Zoltan?
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back?
Yeah, the bearers are trying their best, but that can't be how Blackthorn learned or how Blackthorn was smithing previously, because he doesn't use bearers now. Surely he didn't use bearers back then.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravosh won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shed Sid's bellows with the world?
I think so.
The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them.
Yep.
Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job.
What do we need to kill?
Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin.
There we go.
I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
There's also one directly north. But no, we definitely need to go here. Alright, fine.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Can do. That won't kill him. Even missing my ignition, that did more than 50,000 damage. It just really proves just how much Lightning Rod is actually helping. $8,000 ability points, holy crap.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Alright, let's teleport back. I'm debating whether I want to get rid of Mega Flare. But my only choices are to replace with Tyson or Ramu.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nope.
Nothing I couldn't handle.
This should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
Technology.
You know what this means, don't you? I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit Coal's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free.
Sam Bitter.
Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Better than nothing.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
I do believe we are done here. Before we head over to Lost Wing, though, I want to go this way and head west. Every time I get that wrong. Every time.
Come on. Faster.
Alright.
No mistakes.
Redemption time. Damn. Parry that slide of his. Looks like 60's a max though. Very little experience and all that, but I just really, really wanted to do that. Titan's Wake. That area is still blocked. I'll have a very quick poke around, but
let's go.
I don't think there'll be anything of value here. Does that take us? Takes us towards a whole bunch of goblins. Alright, what is over here? Actually, I'll just explore that north area first. The north area makes me think that's going to be somewhere where we fight a mark, but it looks a bit too small. Yeah, maybe there'll be a mark here later. And this here is blocked off. What even is it? The town? A combat arena? Is there something to the north there? No. Next area. Treasure chest or something? It sort of looks like the area on the map where you'd hide a treasure chest, but no, there's nothing there. Is that an obelisk? It is.
If the hills around my home are crawling with the King's Akashic, I keep the gates closed too.
Kretov. It's a town. When on earth are we going to get in there? Alright, I haven't wasted my time. I unlocked that so we can get here quickly. Alright, let's go to Lostwing and head into the pass. Let's see if I can remember how to get there. He's blocking the way. Oh, there's a few of them.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spikes were the size of curls.
But where would the fun be in that? There we go. Really? Okay, I didn't kill one of them. Whatever. Just casually watching it fly through the air on fire like that. Lovely. Yeah, I'm not reading that.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
We hope. Well, he said he would, so yeah. Let's go take a look at the marble now. That is over here. We just need to hug the right-hand wall, and that will lead us straight to it. Right, something about a vine of carrots. Yeah. God, look at that thing inside its mouth. It's like a freaking xenomorph.
Alright then.
Does this bring back any memories, Clive? Some good old days. The day that you murdered your brother. Get over here. I think we're using ignition. Alright, let's see what we can do. Worse breath. It's like got a much smaller thing inside its mouth. It looks fucking disgusting. Alright, lightning rod, ignition, impulse, then gigaflare. And I think I'll semi-prime after this. He's got a lot of health, holy shit. He has a lot of health. And he's only a B rank mark. Acid rain. Come on. Dude.
Nice try.
Come on. There we go. Pull you down. We'll use an ignition on you. Some of that. And that. Yeah, okay, I see. We're getting caught in that sludge, and that is actually damaging us. Alright, one more will do. How did that not take you down? Holy shit. Not quite where I want to be for this, but it's fine. Very nice. Doggo has double triggered. Just gotta watch out for all these acid puddles on the ground. Suppose I better. Come on. There we go. All this acidy goo. No, not that. Holy shit. Wrong icon. Okay, he's down. Get out of here. That could have ended in disaster right at the end there. Holy crap. Tried to fire the wisp, but instead I fired the lightning rod. Marble tendril, marble flower used in crafting. Don't know what for yet.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Only one vine. God, that thing was disgusting. Especially its mouth, the way it had that little smaller mouth inside its larger mouth. It reminded me of a xenomorph. Fucking disgusting. Alright boy, let's head back to the hideaway because we have got a bunch of stuff to turn in. I think we'll start with Blackthorn, then to the backyard, and then to the infirmary. Now, if I'm right, this should unlock something, whether it's a recipe or some other kind of upgrade.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
He might admit it.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Equally sussy black depths of the I don't know how to pronounce that word, mines. Hot crimson flame. Highly prized by desert fortune tellers looking to strike the fear of the inferno into their superstitious clients. Interesting.
Pico Cinder. How'd you come by this?
He needs a moment.
And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he?
Don't let it go to your head.
Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Hopefully this is the last time. Hopefully you don't have Blacksmith Blues 4.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. That's good enough for me.
Alright, so what do we unlock? Thinking it's a belt or vambrace recipe. Ouroboros. It's a belt. The steps to craft a belt to end all belts. To end all belts. Ouroboros. Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. Very cute game, very cute. And Ouroboros, of course, is like an infinite loop. Also, the first person to bring up Resident Evil 6 is getting banned. Or Devil May Cry 2, for that matter.
What do you want?
Gold. The belt to end all belts only gives us a HP increase of +7 and a defense increase of 11. That's kind of rubbish. Orichalcum? I don't remember where we got that from. Comet Feather, we just got that, and Stone Tongue from another mark. Maybe that's coming from... Yeah, look at the right-hand side there. Having found this leather belt adorned with the ancient seal of the Devourer of Worlds, your search for the perfect waistwear is over. Or has it just begun? I do wonder if that is the mark that we need to take out. Who is chilling in Sam Barrett at level 50.
That it? I'm fine.
If it is, we won't be crafting that for quite some time. Alright, so what are we going to get out of you?
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
What was that about locomotion? These tendrils mainly serve the purpose of locomotion. Ugh.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality.
Please don't say throbs.
If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once.
Please don't say throbs. There's like only 2 contexts where that works, and one of them is just awful. Okay, it looks like you did a pretty good job here. Wow.
It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us.
So dramatic.
Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this file as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Our potions just became a lot stronger. Oh, we're above, we're at 1600 now, so we can check out the Patron's Whisper. Necessary for further increasing consumable potency. Don't mind if I do. Maximized. That means it's not going any higher. File of blah blah blah, further increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore even more HP, while Strength Stone Skin and Lionheart tonics last even longer. Let me check out the Lionheart tonic really quickly because we do have a baseline there. It was 33. What is it at now?
Go on then.
Ten %. Fucking game. I might actually map those onto the down arrow and consider using those for marks, perhaps. I probably should. I mean, I'm only using potions in absolute dire emergencies, and occasionally I forget to do that, or I don't want to use them. I'd rather just take the L and go back in there and do it properly, but maybe they'll be useful for, like, that comet fight, for example. Maybe that would have come in handy.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
How do I equip it there? I'm having a moment. How do I equip my potions? Items? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to use it. Okay, I have to do that, and then that's... Ah! Yeah, there we go.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
They're fine, just worry about Jill.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Oh. That might be the cap. There's no more hit this level to unlock stuff. That could be the cap. So we have an orchestration, crafting material, Genji gloves, which you can wear around our neck. Don't know what that is, but it sounds like it's going to do something for our range magic. And 2,500 ability points and clutch mine. What a clutch mine. I mean, they're crafting material, but I don't know what they are.
All done?
With that, I guess the end is in sight.
Thank goodness you're back. Talia looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Talia's right. Sometimes it's all we can do.
Alicia, Elysium, I guess.
A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
Not until we figure out how to reverse the curse.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Talia. I'm so proud of you.
I thought I was going to say my daughter or something.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless, until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is,
an art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Well, we have to cause so much chaos to affect that change. We're breaking the world to save it. Nothing useful there, and we're 10 points short on the Patron's Whisper. Just 10 points. So before I do a Song of Hope, and I definitely will do that on this stream, I want 1 or 2 more goes at Svarog, or whatever his name is. There's nothing new here? No. I don't expect this to end well, but I do want another go. I've only leveled up maybe twice or 3 times since, but let me just try it out.
Come on.
It is a long run back, it really is. I can see it from all the way over here. That thing is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Be safe.
Better me than you, I guess. Alright. Getting a feel for his attacks. Oh, I thought I was level 4. Damn it. That was a mistake. Once again, I can't see shit. I can't see which way I'm facing. I'll actually be able to get a stagger off. Oh! Wasn't expecting that. Shit. Pop it, Torgal. Was not expecting that. Wow. Swipe his wing at me like I was nothing. And yeah, look at that. More than half health. I see. If we're hitting his head, we're doing a lot more damage. Interesting. Okay, he's down. Let's do what we can here. Oh shit. And just like that, we're dead. Jesus! No idea what just happened. So I did read the ability screen. I know that we can't be killed when we're semi-primed, so I'm just going to go for it. I can't see anything here. Alright, let me actually heal now. Get over here. I can't see anything. I just can't. Alright. Lightning rod. Wasting so much time here. Let's see how much damage we can do at least. Oh, Stagger's already off. Wow. And look at that. We're doing no damage on Stagger here. Jesus. That was bad. Okay, Dragon Dance. I think we've seen that before and it ended very poorly. Right, are we actually off the ground here? Oh, we are. Okay. No, we're not. Never mind. Jesus. I'm not convinced Mega Flare is worth it. The thing is, Ramu might be useful here, but Ramu takes a while to set up and actually strike, and I found that even with mooks, I'm getting hits when I'm trying to use Ramu. I do not see Titanic Block as being useful here under any circumstances. I really thought we were hovering above the ground there. But no, we got to dodge all that shit, and we're still taking more than 50% health on one hit. And that's probably what's going to get me killed here. If I could stagger him 3 or 4 times maybe, that would be enough, but the fact is I can only survive 1 hit at most. A second hit will kill me unless I heal through it. Yeah, let's give this one more go. I completely screwed up that stagger though. I didn't get the lightning rod down fast enough. I can see that if I use Phoenix Shift to get close to his head, I'm doing significantly more damage, which is interesting to say the very least. But I don't think I can make it work. Like, I don't think I can just spam it and get in his face. I think that'll just end in disaster.
You deserve a rest. Nothing.
I'm really not doing Mega Flare dodge on these things. Saw that one. Didn't take up half my health. Wow. I did not mean to use a high potion there. That was a mistake. Right. Okay, that one I saw. This is the attack that's getting me killed. I wonder if I can lunge at him during that attack and get a parry. Right, just gonna go for a ignition here. We'll put up the wisps for defense. Ah, shit. Yeah, Phoenix shifting up to his head really isn't doing much for me. Maybe I'm better off just charging shots at him here and doing 1000 damage. Can't see shit. This is too big. Too big and chunky. I let go of the charge shot at the same time. That's why I got hit there. Alright, boys, got the stagger. Oops, wrong way. That's okay. Alright, get down here. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can do. I'm not in a good position for Giga Flare. Now I am, but that took time. Staggers will do it, I reckon. Okay, Dragon Dance. This one's a problem. Just gonna fire that 7 times. Maybe 6. Bear in mind I can't count. Nearly. Holy shit. That was close. Okay, so he's gonna broil. Oh, I can just use that to stay on his head, can't I? Otherwise I don't do a down thrust like that, but I do need to watch out for the aerials. Okay, if he doesn't have too much else in his box of tricks, this might actually be workable. He opened with this attack. No, he's following with Red Dawn now, okay. That's fine. Okay, Doggo just double triggered. Halfway there. Just looking for his charge. Let me use that and then get airborne. It's down. Ignition. Might actually use an impulse because I'm taking my time here. Oh! That brought me back to reality very quickly. Get over here. Don't want to lose this. Don't want to waste it, rather. Okay, I'm going to need some heal. I have no choice. I have to heal. Indeed I did. And yeah, that was the result of me taking a risk, and I don't regret it. Because he's almost staggered again. Okay, almost down. Let's go. Limb breaks back up. Nice. Very nice. Last dance. I don't recall if I saw this or not. I'm just gonna heal just to be safe. Oh shit. Hurry. Yeah, actually in trouble here. Lost my wisps already. That's not good. I'm ready to use the limb break if I have to use it. Don't know what he's doing. I'm kind of stuck here, so I'm just blowing some of my abilities. Shit, he's almost staggered again. Or half staggered, I should say. Heal. Wisps. Yep. I think we got this. Alright, impulse. Cyclone, no. No cyclone today. Blazing Legion again, he's probably going to follow that with the Red Dawn. As long as I don't fuck this up, I've got this. Oh, that qualifies as a fuck up. Alright. Limit break is coming. Get out of here. Woo. Holy shit. That was a lot of XP. Is that 2 levels? No, just the 1. Fuck. That felt good. I just needed to dodge the attacks. It's as simple as that. Dodge the attacks and tank the rest using the Will of the Wisps. I was seriously leaning towards maybe changing my accessories there to power up Will of the Wisps because there is definitely one that reduces its cooldown. Oof. Feels good, man. Feels really good. Was that the one we were looking at back at the Blackthorns? No, that was I think that might have been at the Patron's Whisper. I've got to go back and check. The orichalcum we've definitely got. That's not even a crafting item. Neither is that. And neither is that. We got one of those, and we got one of those already. Hopefully that comes in useful for something, because... wow.
Definitely not to be trifled with.
And I didn't even use Mega Flare to pull it off. Beautiful view. Alright, so let me just go back to the hideaway really quickly. We'll cash in that Patron's Whisper thing. Try and remember what the next level is, and then we'll do a Song of Hope. Fuck, I was not actually expecting to succeed there. $80,000 on the stagger, though. That is good stuff. A new missive. Ooh. That must literally be for taking that thing out, surely.
How may I help you today, Clive?
1965, so just under 2,000. Nasserly reports an unexpected surplus in Dalamil's stores, and, as a means of showing the town's gratitude for past assistance, has expressed her distinct wish that one Lord Underhill partake in their good fortune. Victor, do not call me Lord Underhill.
You earned this. All done?
I did indeed. That mark was no joke. There was something new there. Something about your adventures, perhaps?
Through Orcish lands.
No comments. Although I will say you do look delicious, Nectar. Just saying. What was the crafting ingredient we needed here? I can't remember, and it's bugging me. It's really bugging me. But it wasn't for taking out the level 50 mark.
What do you want?
Stone tongue. I will try and remember that. I picked up another orichalcum, which... oh! Oh. I did not see that earlier. That is also an increase, but it's, again, not the end of the world. 2 sons did the Devourer beget. Say that again. 2 sons did the Devourer beget, and like their father, would they look ever forward to the past? Yeah, the Ouroboros is basically the snake that's eating its own tail. Removing them requires more effort than it should. Upon placing the smooth leather cuffs upon your wrists, they cinch tight to your skin in an oddly warm embrace. Ew. So we need a stained loincloth and a stone tongue. And that implies that there's going to be plenty more marks to come. Alright. It's time. The Ironworks. Established within a natural sea cavern situated near the outskirts of Old Canva, the Ironworks serves as a discreet berth for Mid's greatest creation. Suppose we should have come here a while ago to deliver this thing and maybe help out Jill. She can wait. She'll be fine. Doggo's made himself home.
I were right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Ainayar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
I wish you'd call that high wind, but, you know, it's fine.
What do you know of Barnabas Thumb?
Only what the bards sing.
Do we know that he's Odin?
And he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Can't imagine kicking the light over would have done much.
Everyone with me?
Kashik.
Here they come.
Do we get to play here? We do. Alright, it's nothing a single ignition can't solve. Jesus.
I'll have you know earthbreaking here. One struck fear into the heart of every man in the fleet.
Frame rate's chugging. Frame rate was chugging there.
I thought you said that ship was fast.
Let's just gather them. And then use that. Alright, that one's slightly chunkier than the others, so just have to concentrate on these dudes first. Alright, are we done? No. Alright, are we done? Yes. Oops. Holy shit. I'll save the ignition. It's 5-on-1. This isn't fair. Okay, lightning rod. Now let's get to work. Very nice.
That was easy enough.
Mm.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
If this leads into another main mission selectable from the main map, I think I'll leave that for the next day.
But I thought he was...
You didn't make him dead the first time, Clive. Make him deader now.
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Oh, shit.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Great line. Fiery fundaments. Lovely. Oh, shit.
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my axe? No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
10 of them.
My friends, it is not blood that runs through an open space. These foes will not fall easily, but they will fall.
Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
They won't fall, and I've taken about 3 of them out already.
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes.
Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards.
Hmm.
Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Or are they just respawning? Yeah, look at this. They're just looking at me here, just staring at me. Ah! I had the 4. I had the 4.
Should we make to the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
Yeah, I see. This is more spawning.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, run for it!
That shoulder charge. There's Clive. Just do a Phoenix shift, you'll be fine. Surprise escaped. Yeah, if this leads into another red mark right now, I'm going to call it quits.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
Because I've got a feeling the next one's going to be a long one. Black Galleon. Are these other prisoners, or are these people she's murdered?
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made.
There's our answer.
And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
And yet we saw him try to Zantetsuken her. Did it just knock her out and didn't do any damage?
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive?
Not at all.
The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Randalar can provide them.
Right, we're taking a detour.
Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews.
Yeah, we'll try not to beat each other up again.
Me, it shall be with an army at my back.
It's kind of crazy that Mid actually built these things, or this boat rather, with lifeboats. Seems like an unnecessary cost. No engines, so I gotta row all the way back to Dalmekia.
Keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
So inside, Dion. He came back.
Great God of mercy.
He looks rassled. This was never your city, though. Daddy just occupied it for a little while.
All this. What have I done?
My lord.
Her again. Oh wow, that place is really fucked up. All those spies being off kilter like that. Who is the medicine girl? Who is she? She's got to be someone super important, surely. Alright, I can see that we're going to go here, and then it's going to lead us here, and we're probably not going to be able to access the rest of the map for a little while, so I think that is where I'll call it for tonight's stream. I want to keep playing, but I'm just worried that I'm going to go well past midnight if I keep playing, so that is where I'll call it. And next time, we'll join everyone back on the Enterprise, which I thought this would be an airship. But at the moment, it is just a very standard ship, just with some mithril engines attached. But next time, we'll join our friends on the Enterprise, head through the Naldia Narrow, hopefully catch the Einherjar, and maybe we'll take our first steps on Ash towards Waloed. Find out